Whether you are a believer or not, the term UFO simply stands for Unidentified Flying Object, so even if the UFOs on this list are not alien in nature, the point is that we have no idea what they actually are, and we likely never will. Number 19. An Oklahoma news station randomly captures a low-flying UFO during a cutaway shot shortly before commercial. COKO5 News later shows this footage to the Science Museum of Oklahoma for verification. Experts there said it was not a meteorite and declared it an actual UFO. The president of another organization, called the Oklahoma Astronomy Society, later said they thought it could be a meteorite, and as with any good UFO sighting, the debate continues to this day. Number 18. This perplexing UFO sighting was taken during a Fox News broadcast on the same day as President Obama's inauguration.
Keep it here as our special coverage of Inauguration Weekend continues.
Two glowing lights appear to be to the right of the Washington Monument, followed by a pale orb-like UFO. The UFO almost looks transparent and metallic, as it comes into sight for only a moment, and then fades away. Some people are saying that this is a camera malfunction, involving the two red lights on the monument itself. I would definitely like to hear more about this possible malfunction, if someone could explain it to me. Number 17. In 2013, a camera on a weather tower detected something very abnormal hovering over Lincoln, which is the capital of Nebraska. Look in the bottom right-hand corner to see it.
Just before 6 a.m. on September 4th, KLKN's HD Tower Cam 8 gave
The station's local meteorologist had no explanation for the UFO. He went on to say that he does not believe it was a weather-related incident and therefore is unqualified to comment on what it could be. A Lincoln resident caught this flashing object on tape the same morning and sent it into the news network. By the time the sun came up, the UFO was gone without a trace.
A Channel 8 viewer captured similar footage.
It's an unidentified object.
Number 16. It's just a normal news day in Cincinnati, Ohio, until a UFO reveals itself in broad daylight.
Hey everyone, hope you're having a nice start to the day and you take a shot of this, yeah. You know what, no complaint. What was that? Who's that right there? Look at that. Who's that right there? Down the camera?
The stunned news anchor is able to track the fast-moving UFO with his finger until it is completely gone from sight, and his confused reaction is the same as almost everyone who has seen this video since. Some people have tried to explain this sighting as the planet Venus, which is only possible during certain times of the year, but since the UFO clearly travels in front of a building at one point, I don't think that this particular explanation is possible. Number 15. A live news broadcast in Montreal shows a strange flying object in the dark city sky. Pay attention to the area just left of the newscaster.
Je vous conseille d'en profiter puisque pour la fin de semaine, ça pourrait se gâter. Alors évidemment qu'il y a ce système dépressionnaire qui est en provenance du Midwest américain.
Some people say that this is clearly a meteorite, but then again, other people say it's far too large and slow-moving to be one. Whatever it is, the object definitely appears to become larger as it draws closer to Earth. Maybe it's burned up in the Earth's atmosphere, and this is it falling to Earth. Either way, we'll likely never know if this was a meteorite or an actual spacecraft. Number 14. A YouTuber named Timeless Soon was watching a German television show when suddenly this popped up on his screen.
Professor Schlepfer, an diesem Tag sollte man sich vielleicht...
The UFO hangs around for a bit before silently gliding away.
Ja, nimm gut.
If anyone speaks German, please let me know what is being said here. Tell me if they give the name of the location, and if this story has anything to do with unusual alien activity at all. Number 13. This BBC broadcast picked up something so strange that they later asked viewers to call in if they saw it themselves. A news anchor is casually reporting on a normal news story when something very unusual zooms by the webcam in the background.
Breakfast headlines. And did you spot something suspicious in the screen behind me? Have a look. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? Just what is it?
I personally wouldn't be surprised if it was a bug. Somebody else mentioned that it could be light reflecting off of an overhead aircraft on a cloudy day. Let me know if you think these two possible explanations seem reasonable. Number 12. In 2012, a band called the Black Keys was playing live in Chicago at an annual music festival called Lollapalooza. Look at these brief clips and see if you can spot something in the sky as the camera pans across the audience.
Come on. Come on, Chicago.
At least two tiny unidentified flying objects appear to dart around in the spotlight, using sharp and sporadic flight patterns. I'm not an expert, but I don't think comets move like that, so I'm not sure what it is. Number 11. This official YouTube video comes from Channel 4 News. In Britain, a news anchor called Tom Watson is reading off a teleprompter when something flies over the live green screen behind him.
That Parliament was misled by the company, and what our committee is trying to do.
Slow down the footage and you can clearly see a white saucer descend across the city skyline. Some people have pointed out that this could be a drone, but this footage was taken in 2011, way before drones were publicly available, so I guess this was either a government-owned drone or an actual alien spacecraft, but we'll likely never know for sure. Number 10. The Kaiser Report is an English-speaking news show based out of Moscow, Russia. There's a moment during the 457th episode that captures a UFO zooming by overhead.
Just so you understand the implications of what this could mean for the world and the global agricultural food supply.
Some people claim that this is a bird, while others say that this is way too fast. I'm not sure if this is a bird or something else, but when you slow the footage down, you can clearly see that it has the shape of a saucer. Number 9. One day, a lot of people in Cornwall, Australia, all saw the exact same UFO and live streamed it on social media. The grayish UFO seemed to dematerialize and reappear before their very eyes. All three of those videos were posted within 10 minutes of each other by people who had never met before. The next day, the strange UFO was back for its second appearance. These videos were taken on July 17th and July 18th of 2017. The shimmering UFO has not been reported since. Number 8. This live Weather Channel footage was recorded by a person named Jittery Kitty and uploaded onto their Twitter account.
To a web, mobile, and social media platform. The original purpose of it was for education, and the vision we had.
A weather station is tracking Hurricane Irma when suddenly a huge ball of light falls directly from the sky, hits the ground, and then bounces back upwards until it is out of view. Meanwhile, the meteorologist either pretends not to notice or genuinely wasn't looking at the live feed when it happened. This bizarre moment may have been lost forever if it's not for one Twitter user's quick thinking. Number 7. Fox News accidentally caught a UFO flying around Washington, D.C. one day moments before cutting away to a commercial break.
Frightening. All right, well, college interns on Capitol Hill may be getting a great...
The lightning-fast UFO leaves the camera frame as quickly as it came, before the news anchor is even able to get out 3 words. I find it interesting how many UFO sightings occur around monuments and other landmarks. Let me know if you agree and why you think this happens so often. Number 6. On April 5th of 2016, this mysterious UFO was seen hovering around the International Space Station at 7:23 in the morning during a NASA live stream.
I'll have to close out and open it back up again.
Copy.
A flat disk slowly rises on the blue horizon in the distance. It grows larger and larger and then appears to briefly invert itself while continuing to the surface. I have no idea what this thing could be, so please give me your best guess. As far as I know, NASA has yet to give an official explanation. Number 5. A YouTuber named Julie G797 was watching live BBC News coverage of a workers' strike in Hong Kong when he catches what seems to be undeniable evidence of a UFO.
There you go. Look at that. Descending on the top of that building.
The mysterious green light hangs around the top of a building for only moments before shooting straight up into the sky. This footage was taken directly from the television screen and seems very hard, if not impossible, to fake. Right now, people are mostly debating if the light is too big to be a quadcopter drone. I guess it could be a drone, but if not, I think this very well may be a legitimate alien UFO sighting. Number 4. This live recording was shot somewhere in the country of Turkey. The news report itself starts out normally enough until a bystander notices an object in the distance and points it out to the rest. A group soon gathers around to gawk at what appears to be a large amount of UFOs in the sky. The fact that the video ends before anything else happens makes me think that it could be fake, or maybe an electronic disturbance jammed the cameras. If anyone in Turkey knows more about this video, please let me know. Number 3. Many people routinely watch NASA's space streams in hopes of catching a glimmer of extraterrestrial life. One such observer noticed an odd moment on the NASA stream in January of 2016 and decided to call them out on it. It's impossible to deny that a tiny, fast-moving speck definitely zoomed across the background twice. Tell me if you think the astronaut was trying to cover something up with his hand, or if that was just a coincidence. I definitely want to hear from anyone who has seen other similar things on a NASA feed as well. Number 2. A large storm in Oklahoma is nothing special, but the 2 UFOs caught during a live television broadcast in April of 2017 definitely are.
As it moves off to the northeast, we've had reports of hail up to the size of 3/4 of an inch.
2 plump dots in the distance move around in patterns that defy the natural laws of physics. The UFOs appear to start and stop in tiny bursts, and when you look closely, you can see a trail of light beneath them as they move towards the sky. Many people suspect that this is either extraterrestrial aircraft or else some sort of advanced rocket propulsion technology that the general public does not know about. Before we get to number 1, my name is Chills and I hope you're enjoying my narration. If you're curious about what I look like in real life, then go to my Instagram at DylanIsChillinYT and tap that follow button to find out. I'm currently doing a super poll on my Instagram. If you believe ghosts are real, then go to my most recent photo and tap the like button. If you don't, DM me saying why. When you're done, come right back to this video to find out the number 1 entry. Also, follow me on Twitter at YTChills because that's where I post video updates. It's a proven fact that generosity makes you a happier person, so if you're generous enough to hit that subscribe button and the bell beside it, then thank you. This way, you'll be notified of the new videos I upload every Thursday and Sunday. Number 1. In 2004, this UFO was spotted flying west of San Diego over the water. 2 high-tech fighter jets immediately took pursuit. Later, one of them would describe what they saw as a 40-foot-long tic-tac with no wings. What you just saw wasn't declassified until 13 years later by the Department of Defense in 2017. All major news networks have verified this tape, so I can honestly say it's 100% real.
Well, if there's look at that thing. It's rotating.
The Pentagon had a secret $22 million UFO research program called the Advanced Aviation Threat Identification Program that was discontinued in 2012. This fact, compared with this video, really makes you wonder how many other UFO videos are waiting in the vault for declassification. Surveillance systems are supposed to keep you secure, but all too often this feeling of extra safety is simply just an illusion. Bad things can always happen in an instant, and during these types of situations, all a surveillance system can do is document the scary events as they unfold.